Opponent doesn't have a removal spell, and that, my friends, is how you get a trophy with an Absan deck. Incredible. Welcome, friends, to another Tarkir Dragonstorm Draft. I'm Nico, aka Ananda MTG, trying to make the magic happen. So without further ado, let's draft. So, let's hope for a good rare. We have Betor, Kin to All. Flying at the beginning of your end step. If creatures you control have total toughness 10 or greater, draw a card. Then if creatures you control have total toughness 20 or greater, untap each creature you control. And if it's 40 or greater, each opponent loses half their life, rounded up. It's a dragon. It's a 5/7 for 5 mana. It's, I think... Sure, it's a very strong card. If I manage to build a deck around it, even though I know Absent is not strong, but I saw a trophy deck on 17 lands that played Betor, Kin to All, and another dragon. So yeah, picking up that dragon. And now we have Revival of the Ancestors. Maybe, I always thought I should go and play the Absent deck for once. And if you get everything past, all the bombs, all the uncommons, if the deck is completely open, then, and only then, you can, yeah, you have a shot. You have a shot at winning. There's also a Lion Wait, Salt Road Pack Beast. But I'll take the Absent rare. You know what? I'll take the Absent rare. If we find even more Absent rares, here's a Warden of the Grove. That's a pretty nice rare, even not in Absent. But yeah, I feel like today is the day where I will be drafting the Absent deck for the first time. Like for the first time, yeah. I drafted one in the first or second day. Here I'll take the Piercing Exhale just because, or the Mammoth below, not sure. It's blue-green and splashing red. It's a pretty good card, but I'll still, I think I should be, or do I take the Dragonstorm? Searching for 2 forests. This is just a good removal spell. Tough spot here. But I think when a dragon, I think I'll take the Encroaching Dragonstorm. It's not the best one. No, you know what? I'll take the removal. solid removal. Oh, and another super nice removal. Knockout Maneuver. There's also a Host of the Hereafter. And that's pretty neat. Especially in the Absent deck. But I'll still be taking the Knockout Maneuver. It synergizes with all the +1/+1 counter we have already, the theme. And here we have Dismal Backwater, Absent Monument, Sarkhan's Resolve. You know what? If our Absent is that open, I'll just take the Absent cards. Here is a Sultai Devotee. That enables a blue splash. There would also be, and I saw a Dragonstorm Globe in pack number 6. So I think, yeah, but now it's too late, you know, now it's too late. I'll take the Sultai Devotee. I think that's what I should be doing, yeah. Let's pick up the Sultai Devotee. Here we have a Rainveil Rejuvenator. That's not really interesting for my deck. But the Lion Wait and also another Absent Monument that can make a big creature. Return target creature card. Lion Wait deals power. It's a pretty nice card, but I think I'll take the Absent Monument just to see. And here we have Anok Wayfarer versus Sarkhan's Resolve. And that, yeah, I'll take the Wayfarer, but this is kind of a removal spell. It removes dragons and it pumps, but there's going to be another one somewhere probably. So I'll take the Wayfarer also because I don't have that many creatures already so far. And here we are. Waiting for the next pack. Auroral Procession and that Piercing Exhale actually came back, which is insane. Happy to pick it up. So now I have 2 solid good removal spells. I have 1 bomb. I have 2 absent rares. So far the draft is going pretty good. Just, I think absent, yeah. Absent, if I am able to just make a small creature cheap deck and splash for those cards, but if I focus on small creatures and kind of try to build an army, I think Absent has a chance. And especially because green is super duper open, so we can just splash for the real good black cards, because there weren't that many really good black cards coming my way. So also I do see that blue is open, and I know that, you know what, I know that blue and green is the best way to kind of ramp into my stuff. The Absent Monuments is going to find me the black or white sources, and this is going to help us for blue, but I think I should be pivoting into blue instead of focusing on black, just because I see those are the cards that have been taken. And here we have a Duisuit Earthcarver versus Gurmag Nightwatch. I think I'll take the Gurmag Nightwatch. It's kind of card advantage. So, and here's another Duisuit Earthcarver. I'm not sure if I really want to play it, but it's the 23rd card. So, let's just see. Well, let's just hope for something good in the next packs. By the way, friends, if you're enjoying this so far, why don't you show some love by hitting that like or subscribe button down below? It helps the channel grow, and I'd appreciate it a lot. And the Sarkhan's Resolve, pretty happy about that. So green is completely open, and here we have another Revival of the Ancestors. That's probably going to wheel, or do I take it? I think I should be taking it, because it makes 3 tokens, and then it gives all my creatures lifelink and trample. Having 2 copies of that is just crazy. There's also Sagu Wildling, which finds me a land, and I do like that one. But I'm happy to pick up the second Revival of the Ancestors. Not really sure about the Agent of Codis though so far, but because if I can find real good black cards coming my way from this direction, then I should Wow, now we have a Teeming Dragonstorm. That's a pretty decent card, but it would be on the splash. But we do have two white sources so far. And it's just the best card out of the pack for me. The Veteran Stormsinger. Not sure if I really think that it's too interesting. There would also be a Thornwood Falls on a Sagu Pummeler. But I do like the Dragonstorm. I do like it. And we do have at least one dragon. Yeah, I'm just picking the best card out of the pack. And here there's also there's a good white card, some Pearl Kirin, Salt Road Pack Beast. All of the other cards, yeah, not for this deck. Trade Route Envoy, maybe a card. So we could also go green-white and just splash for black. For now, I will. The Kintry Nurturer Endures. Yeah, that would fit the deck actually more. But you know what? Some Pearl Kirin is a stronger card. It can get me back the Revival of the Ancestors, for example. Jeskai and an Ascendant of the Storms. Here's a Mardu Monument. That would also find a white source or a black source. And it can make tokens later. Plus, or here's a Stalwart Successor. Whenever one or more counters are put on a creature you control, if it's the first time counters have been put on that creature this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature. So sure, if we're trying to be absent, we try to be absent totally. Or are we hoping to wheel this card and take the Mardu Monument just because it's good for the splash? I think it's the better. This card is going to wheel if no one else is in absent. Well, it was pick 4, so it's not going to wheel. Anyway, taking the black and white land or the Whirlwind Stormbrood helps with the +1/+1 counter synergy. That's the only card. I mean, there's a Snakeskin Veil, there's a Lightfoot Technique, but I'm not trying to do that. I think I'd rather take the white and black land just to enable the splash of those cards. And here's a green and black land, but also Champion of Dusan. That's a pretty good card. It's aggressive. It has a second ability, Attuned Hunter. Whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature. I think Roiling Dragonstorm also coming our way. So still, we should still maybe think about being that blue deck or just splashing for the good cards. I kind of got lost here now, which is not cool. I should stay focused on. Yeah, here I'll just take. You know what? Gurmag Nightwatch is okay, but I think Snakeskin Veil is pretty nice. Put it on the dragon. Put it on the Earth Carver. Put a +1/+1 counter on something, so it's interactive. I want an interactive spell, and here I'll take the Blossoming Sands. So, okay. So mana-wise, it's looking okay. Not sure if I really want to splash blue. I think I'd rather Reputable Merchant. When this enters the dice, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Yeah, I think so. The blue splash is just too crazy, probably. But there's so many good blue cards coming our way. If we find the sources, this is one blue source. Ain't a blue source. This puts a counter on something. We don't have any black cards so far. But it's a flying dragon as well. Sacrifice this, or sacrifice another creature, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature. Yeah, and that Stalwart Successor, I told you. I'm going to get that back, so we should just give it a shot. Snakeskin Veil. Okay, from now on, and Champion of Dusan. So all the good green cards are here. There's a Tevel. And if we another Wall Stalwart Successor, and also a Surak. And I think Surak is just crazy. It's a solid card. But Tevel? Blue, yeah. What is better, Tevel or Surak? I think I want to check that. If I'm fast enough. Card data. Tevel. That is A+, and Surak is B+. Am I right? Yeah, I think Tevel is just better. Yeah, sure. It's a dragon. So now the blue splash is now also the Dragonstorm. Now makes more sense. So we can just take the good. So I think Teeming Dragonstorm. Yeah, you know what? We'll make it work. This also finds us a blue and a white source. Monuments. I do also like the exhales, solid removals, and a Temur Devotee. But I'll take the Dispelling Exhale or the Uranus Rebuff. Take the Dispelling Exhale, sure. And here's another knockout maneuver. But I think Sipsig Appraiser, Piercing Exile, wow. These green cards may come back. Sultai Devotee enables us to splash blue. This enables us to splash white and black. So I think the Sun Pearl Kirin is just too crazy, and Dragonstorm as well. This, when it enters, each opponent loses a life and you gain 2 life. Sandstep Citadel, you think it's going to will? No, people will take that. If someone is... So I think that's a card I want. Then we have even better mana. And this is also something I want, Opulent Palace. Or do I take the Dragonstorm Globe? Because now we have 2 dragons at least. One. Do we have 2 dragons? No. Yeah, we have 2 dragons, I think. Not sure. Bator is a dragon and Tevel, yeah. So take the Dragonstorm Globe over the Opulent Palace. Helps us splash as well. And now I think we should be going... Wow, Armament Dragon. Yeah, let's try to make a super nice dragon deck. Knockout Maneuver is just crazy. How many creatures? 13. Yeah, I think we should be taking the creatures. Kishla Village. Surveil. That's nice. Essence Anchor is also cool. And we have some synergy. We like... But... Being able to surveil is really nice. Is Essence Anchor better than the land? Nah. Okay, Synchronized Charge over Sultai Devotee, but that's just a good blue source again, and a creature, a Death Touch creature for 2 mana. So I think I want that. We just gain Vigilance and Trample. This can be a game-changing card. Stalwart Successor, so I think I can just kick the Reputable Merchant. That's just not good enough. So we have a big +1/+1 counter theme in our deck. And most of the creatures and even the removal spells support that technique. And this is a good card for the deck. So I think another Knockout Maneuver coming our way. Just insane. Trade Route Envoy, sure. Let's just give it a shot. I think it's the worst card though. I think the Saku Pummeler is just better. Champion of Dusan. Gurmuk Nightwatch probably kick that. Agent of Codis. Yeah. Okay. I mean it has a renewability. So I think the Sun Pearl Kirin is just too crazy. Agent of Codis is too crazy. And wow, we have to cut so many cards. Do see it, Earth Carver. I'd rather have the dragon. And also this is just a cool dragon. I don't think I'll be needing the Sarkhan's Resolve because we have other better removal spells that also support our theme. Teaming Dragonstorm, I mean it's good in the deck. It's good in the deck. Do I have a 4-drop that's not as good as that card? And this will be making even more tokens, but it's on the white splash. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white sources. 6. So I think, yeah, we should be able to cast white. So I think it's better than the Pummeler. Trade Route Envoy as well. We have now 13 creatures, but this brings creatures, this draws us cards, this, and the rest is all just +1/+1 counter theme. Still need to cut a lot of cards. Stalwart Successor, 3 mana for a 3/2 whenever one or more counters are put on a creature you control. If it's the first time, put another counter. That's good. I think the Champion of Dusan maybe is... Or we just don't need 3 Devotees. Not 2 Snakeskin Veils. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's cut the Mardu Monument. Nah. That makes black, but that finds us a white source. Yeah, you know what? I think the Wayfarer is not that important. But we're cutting too many creatures now. That's not good. I'll have to cut bigger stuff. But this also makes creatures. So I think, yeah, I think it's good. Because we have 1, 2, 3, those aren't creatures, but they all create a lot of creatures. So I think I'll be good. Just maybe the Feral Deathgorger. You know what? Let's play it like this. I think it's good. The blue splash is possible. Even more possible if I put the Sultai Devotees back. You know what? I think the Devotees are important. Because we have 1, 2, 3. Only, yeah, not that many blue sources. 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 1, 2, 3. Actually, it's just on the splash, but tough spot here. Tough decision. I think I don't need the Snakeskin Veil. Yeah. We won't be having problems casting our green stuff. And that's the most important thing. Yeah, I think this deck can work. Let's give it a shot like this. Alright. Yeah, that's a keeper hand. I'll keep it. We don't have a black source though, but now we have one. Let's play the Kishla Village past the turn. Opponent plays a Swamp and an Anok Wayfarer, mills 3 cards, and now should we? Yeah. I think. Yeah, let's just risk it. Let's just, you know what? Let's do it like this. Find another basic land. Mountain, swamp, plains. We have whatever. Opponent plays a forest. Attacks for 2. I'll take the damage. Opponent passes the turn. So now we can. I think I want to go Dragonstorm Globe now. Just because I want to get it out there. Dragonstorm Globe. Pass the turn. Opponent draws a card. Attacks with the Anok Wayfarer and passes the turn without playing a land. Ouch, that must hurt. Still, I'm happy to play the Teeming Dragonstorm. Pass the turn. Opponent draws a card, plays a Swamp. Disruptive Storm broods my soldier token. Attacks, I'll block the Anok Wayfarer just to stall and gain some time. Betor Kin to All. Is that the time to cast it now? I can't with the tapling. Well, I can. I'll gain a life. And I'll, you know what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, sure. Let's just cast it. Get our Teeming Dragonstorm back. That enters as a 6/8. Opponent has to remove it. If not, I'm having a big advantage. Wow. That's nice. I'll attack for 6. Then I'll Revival of the Ancestors. Create 3 spirits, play the Blossoming Sands. Pass the turn. Next turn, I can play the Stalwart Successor. And those counters will... Wow. Okay, nice. Like, oh, this was lucky. We were really lucky. Opponent was very unlucky, but I think the deck has some cool and nice synergy. And I think it can be really strong because... But yeah, let's see. Maybe it's just... There's a reason why it's the worst deck. Alright. Sure, that's a keepable hand. Opponent has to mulligan. And I'll open with the Blossoming Sands. Gaining a life, passing the turn. Opponent draws a card. Has a vampire on their sleeve. And will play the island plus the Absent Monument. And we will find a black source of that. And pass the turn. So next turn, Warden of the Grove over Champion of Tucson. I think it's going to be a 3/3 next turn. Yeah, getting that out earlier is probably better. If they have a removal spell, they are going to remove it, but that's okay for me. So now it's the ultimate test against the Boros deck. Opponent attacks for 3, no blocks. I'll go down to 18 again. Opponent casts a Tempest Hawk. Okay, so that's okay. That's not the best card. So I will... They're tapped out. I'll just attack. And do I want to... Nah, that's for later. That's for when I have a dragon. Now I want to cast my Champion of Tucson. And do I want to Endure? Or do I want a Spirit Token? I think I want to Endure. Having a 5/3 Trampler is nice. Also now they need to remove either one. Okay, they are attacking. I'm not blocking. They dealt damage, so they can find another Tempest Hawk, which they did. But I can cast the Armament Dragon soon. Oh, Stormplane detaining my Warden of the Grove. So happy that I still have a... You know what? I need to do this, I think. The toughness. That sucks. That just sucks. Or do I just... That is... Then I have a 3/3. Then I'm able to block them. They can deal 5 damage. Cast another Tempest Hawk. It seems like this Boros deck is not the strongest one. And this costs 4. So I will not be able to exhale whatever they might play. Let's just pass the turn. Opponent plays a land. Plays the Tempest Hawk. Do I just try and exhale it? Yeah, I think because we gain time. And next turn we can play the Armament Dragon. I'll Behold a Dragon. Passing. Okay, so they are attacking. I'll go down to 8. If they have a removal spell for my dragon, it's going to suck. But the red, like the Osseous Exhale, they could have that one. Do I rather play the... Ooh, this has lifelink and this distributes counters. But it's just stronger. So let's just put the Tevil out there. And I think I want to attack. If I block that, you know what, I'll... No risk, no risk. It's better don't take a risk. Opponent draws a card. Okay, they are dealing 6 damage to my table. That sucks, but at least it won me some time. So they search for whatever. Okay, now we can go safely. Let's just put the flyer on the battlefield to have a good blocker. Put a +1/+1 counter on this, and I think 2 on that one. Or you know what, 2 on the Champion of Tucson, making it also a big threat. 7 damage, opponent goes down to 5. And I do have a Piercing Exhale, so I'm now the aggressor. But that deck was just pretty weak. Tempest Hawk was the only cards we've seen. Stormplane Detainment is good, but or maybe the opponent just drew very unlucky. Let's now just Piercing Exhale one of them. Behold the Dragon, sure. I can Surveil, Baitor, and Knockout Maneuver. And I think now I can create a 7/5. This has Trample also. Let's just attack. So they have 1 life. No, they're dead. Yeah, making the magic happen with Absent. Wow, interesting. Yeah, I'll keep that hand. Kishla Village entering the battlefield. Opponent draws a card, plays a mountain. We drew a forest, we'll play a forest, we'll pass the turn. Opponent plays a plains plus a shock brigade. Now, we'll play a... we don't have the black source, so we'll have to play a Champion of Tucson. But at least we have that. And next turn we can play the Teeming Dragonstorm. Opponent plays a Dalkovan Pack Beasts. So I would be happy if I found the removal spell. I don't have one, but I do have those as blockers, so I can kill their stuff. So if they don't have a removal spell, they have one. Okay, one gets the Shock Brigade gets indestructible. Sure, I'll block the token. Take 2, and now we have. Ooh, we can't afford it. We need a black source. That sucks. Do we want to Surveil, or do we want to? Because now they have another blocker. Better against the Boros strategy. Do I attack? No, I don't. Yeah, I want to attack with the Champion of Tucson. Opponent goes down to 16. So they play a mountain. Let's just hope they don't have an insane rare. Underfoot Underdogs, sure. And we have Knockout Maneuver, so that's what we want. We want to kill with the Knockout Maneuver the Dalkovan Pack Beasts. That needs to go. And then I want to attack with my Champion of Tucson. They are blocking with the Reigning Victor. And still taking 2 more. So happy about that. We need a black source. We definitely need a black source. And they... ouch. That looks pretty uncool now. No black source, so that's too crazy. That sucks. That sucks because we are ouch. That's the only thing I can do. Better to Surveil, but yeah. Ouchie, yeah. Now it doesn't look too good. I will survive another round, and I will find the Absent Monument, but it's going to be too late, because this is just an insane army here. With the Flying Lifelinkers. I want to block the Shock Brigade, though I can't be blocked. No blocks. So that is insane. That finds us the swamp we needed. And now we will be able to cast at least the Revival of the Ancestors. And next turn, the Armament Dragon. No attacks. Sage of Disguise is just annoying. So this can't be blocked. These can't be blocked. Not dead yet. I'll block the 1/1. Go down to 5. Tevel. Distribute counters. Make those. Make this 3/3, 2/2. Put a 1 counter each. And now we can, sure. This is our only flyer. Let's just hope they don't have a removal spell for my Armament Dragon. No attacks. Okay. So they don't have a removal spell, which is cool. If I find the removal spell, that would just be amazing. We gain lifelink. Oh yeah. That's nice. Amazing. Okay. Yeah, I'll keep. I can find the planes with the Mardu Monument. Not going to be able to make the tokens unless I find the Dragonstorm Globe. But play the island, pass the turn, maybe even the Roiling Dragonstorm before the Mardu Monument, because now I don't need a white source. Roiling Dragonstorm, draw 2 cards. Found something. Wow, we don't need the second island, I think. Yeah. Yeah, so this is going to be a swamp. Necessary to find a swamp with the Mardu Monument. Opponent plays a Devoted Duelist. Attacks with both. I'll go down to 16. I think I'll have to play a blocker. Yeah, I'll have to play a blocker. Hate to do it, but... Or do I just Mardu Monument? Nah, I need to play a blocker. Those have Flurry, both have Flurry. Opponent plays a Mountain. Nice one. And a Wild Ride. Ooh, ouch. Plus a Sage of Disguise. Ouch, ouch, ouch. That hurts. I would love to have a counter spell for that. So I think the Jeskai Devotee, or do I take, yeah, this has Trample? No. Take the 3 damage over the 5. Scoured Barrens, Mardu Monument, just another Stalwart successor. That's not cool. Let's play that. Play the Mardu Monument. So we can exhale whatever they might play. Find the planes. Yeah, now against the fast strategies, it just doesn't work. Like, it's not, the day ain't over yet, but yeah, it doesn't look too good. Next turn I can play the planes and the Tevel. And if they don't have a removal spell for my Tevel, do I should I, oh come on, resolve? They attack. Ouch. Okay, so I can stall out when I could Stalwart Successor and Knockout Maneuver, and I think it's the best play, because if they have a removal spell for the Tevel, it's going to suck hard. And that is just a good blocker, but the lifelink on this is better. Let's just hope they don't have a removal spell for the Tevel. Opponent draws a card. Has something. I think they have something. Yeah, the deck now it would just... I think Stalwart Successor is just not that good. Saltwood Pack Beast, okay. They don't have a removal spell in their hand. Maybe they drew one now. Stormplane Detainment, sure. Okay, so maybe I should change that Stalwart Successor. It's just hard to cast and it's a 3/2. And if I'm not on the aggressive end, I think it's better to have, instead of those two, I think it's probably better to have the Anok Wayfarer and the Sultai Devotee. It's just more consistent like this. I felt it this turn. Also, the Sultai Devotee opens the black source, so offers a black source. Okay. Wow, well, I don't love it, but we're going to keep it. Play the Scoured Barrens first, pass the turn. Opponent play the Kori Mountain Monastery, plays a Plains, plays a Jeskai Monument, plays a Jeskai deck, and we play the Mardu Monument. We'll find the whatever. Doesn't really matter. We have a white source already, black source. Just remove a land is nice. Opponent plays an island, plays a Kori Mountain Stalwart. That needs to go, ideally. So we can play another swamp. Play the Warden of the Grove. Make it, yeah, let's use all our mana. That's just better. Put a counter on that. If they don't have a removal spell, that's going to grow bigger. They're not playing a land. They're just playing a Roiling Dragonstorm. Okay. So maybe they found a land. Okay, tough decision here for them. But, yeah. Happy that the Warden of the Grove still exists. Because it's going to be 4/4. And I can kill the Kori with the Piercing Exhale. Or just with the knockout maneuver, make it even bigger. Then play the Sultai Devotee. So maybe Absent Monument later. Or just Piercing Exhale Monument. Wild Ride, sure. They gained at least something off of that. No blocks, I'll take the 6, which I don't love, but we do have some life linkers and stuff. Definitely Piercing Exhale. But then we can't play the... Yeah, then we just have to play the Monument. You know what? Piercing Exhale. The Kori needs to go. Submit no dragon. And play an island. Play the Absent Monument. Find us another forest. And pass the turn. Yeah, no, you know what? I'll attack for 3. And make that a 4/4. Opponent draws a card. Plays a Plains. Plays a Sunset Strike Master. No haste. They can kill a 6 mana creature, but I can just knock out maneuver this. And then next turn, you know what? Let's play the forest. Let's knock out maneuver that Sunset Strike Master. +1/+1. Let's attack for 5. Play the Sultai Devotee. Have a Death Toucher. Put 3+1. Create a 3/3 Spirit Token. Sure. Wow. Warden of the Grove is a bomb here. It endures X, where X is the number of counters on this creature. I always thought that it it would just endure the amount of its power or toughness, but it endures. That's crazy. And I can make this off of the Warden. If they don't have a removal spell for the Warden, I can just Absent Monument. So this draft is going my way, and it's making me pretty happy, to be honest. They have some stuff, but let's play the island. Let's... Yeah, you know what? I'll do it before I want to activate that ability. Make a 6/6. Now I want to attack with all my stuff. They are blocking my Warden, sure. That Kishla Trawlers is dead, and my opponent goes down to 9 life. They have a removal spell now for the... Okay, that's okay. I can live with that. Next turn we can Mardu Monument with the Dragonstorm Globe. I think we have enough mana. That's 3. So we can Mardu Monument. Or just Teeming Dragonstorm. Let's just see what we draw. If we draw a removal spell for the Grappler, it's just going to be an easy win. They can rediscover the way. They have it 2 times. No, they cloned it because of the Flamehole Grappler. So, you know what? Let's play a Plains, play that Dragonstorm Globe. We can black, white, red. And we can activate that ability, and we can attack with those 3 Menace tokens. And that is, they have to block this, so they are at 1 life. Super nice. Next turn, if they don't, yeah, if they don't have something that removes all our creatures, they're just going to die. And also I have the Teeming Dragonstorm. What a nice deck. I'm happy about how this went. Super happy to how this went. Okay, they removed something, but I think that's just it. How will they get out of this? Narset's Rebuke, sure, and play something, but 1 damage will be dealt. I think there will be at least 1 damage that will be dealt. They can make 2 flyers, but I think that's the game. I hope that's the game. Rally the Monastery, sure. That has prowess, but what do you want to do? They have a flash creature? No, that's it. Yeah, making the magic happen. Pretty cool. Okay, I'll keep. Play the tap land, pass the turn. Opponent played a forest. Do you sometimes you have this? I love this font. I think this font is amazing. But then it's just some error. Let's play a forest. Let's play the Devotee. Sure. Let's play the Devotee. We can find those later. Opponent plays an island, plays a Kintree Nurturer. And there's one. Sure. So we can play the Champion of Dusan. Not attack. Pass the turn. Next turn. Teeming Dragonstorm, probably. Or another Sultai Devotee. Let's see what we draw. Sandskiter Outrider. Okay, now I do want those blockers. think it's important to have those blockers. We can just find the lands next turn. Do I want to be the aggressor and attack? I think I should. Why not? They are blocking with the 2/2. Because I think they're not the same deck idea. Because they have this card and this card. They're kind of a black and white go wide idea, I think. It's my interpretation, or kind of a mixture of the... So... Happy about this. Let's play another Sultai Devotee. Let's play the Absent Monument. Let's remove land out of our library. And let's not attack. Opponent plays a Boulder-born Dragon. Sure. We found this knockout maneuver. Let's play a land. Let's knock out maneuver that Boulder-born Dragon. Happy that that is gone. Let's Champion of Tucson. No. Let's Absent Monument. Just remove another land. Find a swamp. Let's attack. No attacks. Not at this point. Sultai Devotee, sure. Another Sultai Devotee, sure. I don't have a problem with that. Okay, we're removing all the lands, but we're also drawing a lot of lands. Let's play the Mardu Monument. Remove another land. And then we're going to find, hopefully soon, a dragon. Absent Monument. Make a 3/3. You know what? Why not? Using up my mana. No attacks. Building up a board. And then play all my dragons. I now have the advantage that I removed a lot of lands already. Sultai Devotee. You know what? Champion of Tucson. This. Let's make a 4/4. I think I'll offer a trade because now it has trample. They are trading for a Sultai Devotee. I did expect it. It's still 3 damage plus 1 less Sultai Devotee, and I have a third one. So next turn, whatever dragon I find, I will be able to cast it. Dragonstorm Globe, so they are a kind of similar deck to than what I am. Revival of the Ancestors. Let's just play that. Let's just create 3 spirit tokens. Let's just attack with my 4/4. So they are blocking with their second Sultai Devotee, which I think is a fair trade. I want to keep that island. Don't let them know. And opponent draws a card. And we're just drawing another land? Come on. I do want to have another 4/4. Another 3/3. Let's just... No, you know what? I want 1, 2, 3... Just to have a 6/6, yeah, because I wanna be the one who is aggressive. Okay, that sucks. So I'll play the plains. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't even have. No attacks because next turn I will have lifelink. Creatures I control will have trample and lifelink. Next turn. Dispelling Exhale. So I think I should be attacking with all our creatures. Just now because we do have trample and lifelink and I wanna... Yeah, I think it's the best thing to do. Show them we are aggressive. Still gain 2 life. Still gain a lot of life. And their stuff is dead, except their biggest creatures, but... Not sure if it was the right... But now we have 32 life. And we can exhale if they have something big to cast. I can just exhale it. No blocks. They can surveil. Remove the land. Okay, going down to 23 again. But now we will have a dragon or whatever. We will have 3 more tokens. I'll not attack. Piercing Exhale. Do I wanna... Sure. I'll just wait because the 2/2 is not as important and they can just pay the 2. So I couldn't even counter that. But if they have something big now with the Dragonstorm Globe, then I can counter that, which would be great. So I'll go down to 19 life. An opponent passes the turn. So we can make 1, 2, 3. Do I make 3 and Piercing Exhale? Give that a shot. I think. Yes. I want that. Destroy target creature. I have no dragon to behold. That sucks. That sucks. But... Yeah, not going my way here. Passing the turn. Creatures gain lifelink and trample, just not as good if I don't have any creatures. So they can surveil. I want to counter whatever big dragon they have, and I don't understand why they are not attacking with the Trade Route Envoy, but I'm not complaining about it. I just... They're missing a land, Aenok Wayfarer. Ah, that's just not worth countering, and they can just... They can just pay the 2, so I hate that. I hate how this is going. Where are all my dragons? I can draw a card because I have creatures with power 4 greatness. I can return that. I can play that. I can exhale the Boulderborn Dragon. I will behold the Betor and I want to surveil. Don't need those 2 lands. Okay, so maybe we can turn things around. Not too sure though. And I'll not attack. Even though they have lifelink. We draw a card. Okay, whew. Now we can find all the dragons we need. Opponent plays worthy cost, sacks that. Ooh, and they have to pay 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I will make them pay 4. No. I want to use the exhale for something that would be game changing, and at the moment it's not looking like that. So we just first teaming Dragonstorm, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, okay, we can afford 4 mana, 2 creatures, and Armament Dragon. 6 mana, 3, 4, making those Like one, okay, and that's a concede. Opponent concedes and I win the game with absent. I didn't expect that would happen actually. Alright, it's a keep. Play the Sandstep Citadel, pass the turn. Opponent plays a mountain, plays a stadium headliner. Will play the Sultai Devotee. Well, I think I should. Yeah. Play the Sultai Devotee. Have a blocker for the headliner. They'll have to pay 2 and sack this, which they won't do. So I'm happy to have a blocker for the headliner. Opponent plays a plains plus. Passes the turn. Alright, let's play the Blossoming Sand. Let's play it. Let's gain a life. Let's play the Anok Wayfarer. As it enters, I mill 3 cards. May put a land from among them in my hand. Ooh, both are Piercing Exhales gone. I don't love that, but I'll pass the turn. So the opponent's fast plan is already at least a little bit disrupted. Interrupted. Opponent plays a Cory Steelcutter that gives trample and haste +1/+1, and whenever you cast your second spell, create a white monk. Sure. Okay. So we can go Revival of the Ancestors next turn to have even more blockers. That's just a super sweet rare. And then Champion of Dusan. Do I want to kill that? They have to equip it for 2. I think. Just to disrupt them. They'll have to use their mana. So let's now Revival of the Ancestors. Create those 3 tokens. Do I want to attack? No. So next turn I'll need to play the champion. Plus if I draw another non-tap land, the Sultai Devotee. It's too bad that I will not get lifelink off of the Armament Dragon, but if it's going my way, I will get lifelink off of something that I put the counters of the dragon on. So better play the Champion of Dusan next turn and hope for another land. But still play the tap land this turn. If we find another land that's a non-tap land, because then we can cast the Armament Dragon at the moment. This happens in the upkeep, I think. Ooh, Tevel. Like, they have 1, 2, 3, Nerif. Yeah, submit 1. Like this, let's play these Scoured Barons. They think could you enter this turn would deal damage? It deals twice that much damage. Does it also count for my creatures? I don't think so. I'll still play the... Yeah, now it's too late for bluffing. Play the Champion of Dusan and no attacks. Like, if they can only deal 4 damage, that's okay for me. That's not the end of the world. Tevel has lifelink. Next turn I will attack with the Champion of Dusan. They're probably giving the Stadium Headliner indestructible, I think. But it's not going to do that much. Better on the Nerif to deal it more... Why that? Because it doesn't have haste. Oh, now it gets haste. Okay, ouchie. That's pretty nice. 7/3 indestructible. Not loving that. But I'll just block the prowess token, I'll block the extra token, and I'll take 11 damage. It hurts a little, but I'm able to cast stuff. My Champion of Tucson will have lifelink, and I will also... that will gain me 7 life. So, or better... Yeah, better gain 7 life. No, but this lifelinker is just more important on the battlefield. Plus Assault Type Devotee, and yeah, pay 2. Yeah. Submit 1. And attack with the Champion of Tucson to gain 4 life. Am I able to get out? Because I have a 6/6 flying lifelinker. If they can kill that, then it's over. But if they can't, which I hope, we might have a chance. Maybe. So they are taking a long time to think, to consider, so I think they don't have a removal spell, which I love, personally. I do love it, of course. And so I need to block the flyer, for definitely. Ouch. So that's it. 4 damage. Can block the Reigning Victor, and I can block this, so I have another turn, but not going to be able to get out because they could kill my 6/6. Yeah, that hurts. 3, 1, 2, 2, submit. But I'm dead. No matter how, I'll still play. This has mobilize, and I just need 1 more damage. That's it. Yeah, tough one, but it was fun. Come on, please. 2 more wins and I get the trophy. That would just be crazy cool. Crazy sexy cool. Alright. Yeah, I'll keep. Let's just hope opponent is not super fast. Or let's just hope we draw a 2-drop. Okay. Opponent plays a Dismal Backwater. I'll play a Scoured Barrens. Opponent draws a card. Plays a Swamp. Plus. Passes the turn. Nice. So that's good. Now I'm not too afraid. Play the Mardu Monument. Search for a... doesn't matter. Swamp. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Champion of Tucson. Sure. I'll play an island plus also Champion of Tucson. I'm happy to trade if they are. Next turn we can go Revival of the Ancestors. I'll trade. Good. Stalwart Successor, sure. That's the card I put out. So, Revival of the Ancestors. Having 3 White Spirits, that's good. Next turn, Tevel, that already has lifelink. No blocks, I'll take the 5. Go down to 14. Kishla Village, 1, 2. Let's just put 2 counters. 1, 2. Like 3, 2, 1. And now I want... Do I kill that? Or do I play the lifelink? This will have lifelink anyway, so better to have those all. And yeah, exile the Champion of Tucson. Put some counters on that token. Attack with all of them for 8 damage. Opponent goes down to 13, passing the turn. And that's the concede. Oh, nice. Well, I think we might, if we win one more, we might get the trophy. That would be insane. Okay, that's a keepable hand. Playing the Betor, turn 5, maybe even turn 4. Dismal Backwater, entering the battlefield. I'll play my Blossoming Sands, passing the turn. Opponent draws a card. Plays Thornwood Falls, gains a life. So I'll play the Devotee or the Wayfarer. You know what? Play that Devotee. Having a Death Toucher, pretty nice. Passing the turn. Opponent draws a card, plays an island, plays a Sultai Devotee as well. And we can now play the island, play that Dragonstorm Globe, and pass the turn. I'll offer a trade. They're not taking the trade. Okay, opponent plays a Swamp, plus attacks, plus plays an Anok Wayfarer, mills 3 cards. They have enough mana up to potentially kill my dragon, so I don't want to risk that, to be honest. I'd rather play the Anok Wayfarer as well and mill 3 cards, and then Piercing Exhale their Devotee. Submit no dragon. Submit 1. So they can't even... I didn't submit it. Okay. So they think I don't have a dragon. Which is good, because then they might... Yeah, I'll trade. They might now cast some stuff. And then I can just cast my Betor. Entering as a 6/8. Anok Wayfarer. So they want to play it safe. Or they let me think they have another removal spell. Traveling Botanist. So now I know they can't counter my stuff. So I will just play my Betor Kin to All happily and pass the turn. Draw a card off that Betor. Nice. Okay, opponent draws a card and plays a Plains. Plays an Agent of Codis. And that's it. That's pretty darn nice. Let's play the Plains. Let's cast that Knockout Maneuver. And I think I'll deal damage to the Sultai Devotee. No. I'll just pay the damage. Deal the damage to the Botanist. Because that's a 2/3, and at the moment I feel like the aggressor. Find another swamp. Attack with my stuff. And they are blocking the Wayfarer and taking 7 damage. Passing the turn. We can cast the Exhale. Gurmag Nightwatch. Do I just want to exhale it? I think I should. Behold the Dragon. Betor. They cannot cast it Gurmag Nightwatch now. And they'll take 7 more for sure. I can just make the 9/9 off of the Absent Monument. Happily taking 5. So, you know what? Making a 9/9 sounds pretty decent. Drawing 2 cards sounds pretty decent. Discarding a... wow, whatever. Doesn't even matter at this point. Play a land, attack with my Betor Kin to All, and draw another card, removing the lands. Opponent doesn't have a removal spell, and that, my friends, is how you get a trophy with an Absan deck. Incredible. Amazing. I'm happy with how this turned out, and yeah, super cool. Can't be more happy. I wish you a freaking nice day, and if you enjoyed the stuff, please show some love by hitting that like or subscribe down below. It's for free, doesn't cost you a thing, it helps the channel grow, and I'd appreciate it a lot. So, bye.